What if I told you that hard work alone has never made most people rich? It sounds wrong, but thousands of people spend their entire lives working harder than ever, yet they never achieve the financial freedom they dream about. So what do successful people know that everyone else misses? And what if the biggest thing holding you back isn't your job, your education, or your luck, but the way you think every single day? In this video, we're going to uncover the timeless success principles from Think and Grow Rich, one of the most influential personal development books ever written. You'll discover why desire is more powerful than talent, how your thoughts silently shape your future, why some people attract opportunities while others keep chasing them, and how small changes in your mindset can completely change the direction of your life. But don't make the mistake of leaving early, because the final lesson reveals the one principle that quietly connects every successful person. And once you understand it, you'll never look at success, money, or your own potential the same way again. As you watch, try to ask yourself one simple question. What if I've been using the wrong success formula my entire life? That single question could change everything. If you're ready to build a stronger mindset, create bigger opportunities, and unlock the success that's already waiting inside you, then hit the like button, share this video with someone who dreams of a better future, tell us in the comments what success means to you, and subscribe to the channel, because every video here is designed to help you think smarter, grow faster, and move one step closer to the life you've always imagined. Now, let's uncover the first secret that has helped millions of people transform a simple dream into extraordinary success. Chapter 1. The Hidden Power of Desire. Imagine this. Two people start with the same education, the same amount of money, and the same opportunities. 10 years later, one is living the life they once dreamed about, while the other is still waiting for the right time. What created such a huge difference? According to Think and Grow Rich, it wasn't luck, it wasn't talent, it was desire. Not a simple wish, but a burning desire that refuses to give up. Most people say they want to be rich, successful, or free. But here's the interesting part. When life becomes difficult, those wishes disappear. A burning desire is different. It stays alive even when everything seems impossible. It pushes you to keep moving when everyone else decides to quit. Think about it. Have you ever wanted something so badly that you couldn't stop thinking about it? Maybe it was getting your dream job, starting a business, or giving your family a better life. That feeling creates energy. It changes the way you make decisions. Instead of asking, "Can I do it?" you begin asking, "How can I do it?" That one change in thinking opens doors that most people never even notice. One of the greatest examples is Thomas Edison. Before he successfully invented the electric light bulb, he faced thousands of failed experiments. Many people would have stopped after a few failures. But Edison didn't see those attempts as failures. He believed every experiment brought him one step closer to success. His burning desire was stronger than his frustration. That mindset changed the world forever. Now picture this in everyday life. Imagine two friends who both dream of becoming financially free. The first friend talks about business ideas every weekend, but never takes action because the timing never feels perfect. The second friend starts with almost nothing. They read books, learn new skills, save money, make mistakes, and improve little by little. A few years later, the second friend has built something valuable, while the first friend is still making excuses. The difference wasn't intelligence, it was desire followed by action. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain begins searching for solutions the moment your goal becomes emotionally important. Psychologists often explain that our minds naturally pay more attention to information connected to our strongest goals. Suddenly, opportunities that were always around you become visible. New ideas appear. Helpful people enter your life. It's not magic. Your focus has simply changed. Napoleon Hill explains that every great achievement begins with a clear purpose backed by deep emotion. A weak goal produces weak action. A powerful goal creates powerful habits. That is why successful people don't wait to feel motivated every day. Their desire keeps them moving even when motivation disappears. So ask yourself an honest question. Is your biggest dream only a wish, or has it become a decision? Because the moment you decide that giving up is no longer an option, your life begins to change in ways you never expected. And this leads us to the next powerful lesson. Desire can start your journey, but desire alone is not enough. There is another hidden force that quietly controls your future every single day. Most people ignore it, yet it shapes every decision they make. In the next chapter, you'll discover how to reprogram your mind for success and why your thoughts become the foundation of everything you achieve. Chapter 2. Reprogram your mind for success. What if the biggest battle in your life is not happening around you, but inside your own mind? Most people believe that success begins with money, education, or the right connections, but here's the surprising truth. Every great achievement begins with a belief before it becomes a reality. If your mind constantly tells you that you are not good enough, not smart enough, or not lucky enough, then even the best opportunities can slip through your hands. Imagine this. Two people walk into the same job interview. They have similar skills and experience. One walks in thinking, "I hope they choose me." The other walks in thinking, "I know I can bring value." Their words may sound similar, but their energy, confidence, and decisions are completely different. More often than not, the second person leaves a stronger impression. The outside world simply reflects what is happening inside the mind. Napoleon Hill believed that your subconscious mind is always listening. Every thought you repeat, every story you tell yourself, and every belief you accept slowly becomes part of your identity. If you keep saying, "I always fail," your brain starts looking for proof that it's true. But if you repeatedly tell yourself, "I learn, improve, and grow every day," your mind begins searching for ways to make that belief real. Think about elite athletes before a championship game. Many of them don't just practice physically, they close their eyes and mentally rehearse every movement, every challenge, and every victory. By the time the real competition begins, their minds have already experienced success. This mental preparation builds confidence long before the first step is taken. Now consider the story of Oprah Winfrey. She faced poverty, rejection, and countless obstacles early in life. Many people in her situation would have accepted those circumstances as permanent. Instead, she believed she was meant for something greater. That belief didn't remove every obstacle, but it gave her the strength to keep moving when life became difficult. Her mindset became the foundation of one of the most successful careers in media. Here's something fascinating about human psychology. Your brain cannot focus equally on fear and possibility at the same time. The thoughts you feed every day become the lens through which you see the world. Feed your mind fear, and you'll notice risks everywhere. Feed it confidence and purpose, and you'll begin to notice opportunities that others completely miss. This is why Hill introduced the idea of auto-suggestion. It's not about repeating empty words and hoping for miracles. It's about intentionally filling your mind with thoughts that support the future you want to create. When those thoughts are backed by emotion and followed by consistent action, they slowly replace doubt with belief. So start asking yourself better questions. Instead of saying, "Why is success so hard?" ask, "What skill can I improve today?" Instead of thinking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if this is the opportunity that changes my life?" Small changes in your inner conversation create big changes in your outer results. Your desire has now found direction because your mind is beginning to work for you instead of against you. But there is still one missing piece. Even people with a strong mindset often struggle because they don't understand the invisible force that turns ordinary ideas into extraordinary wealth. In the next chapter, you'll discover the secret force behind every fortune and why some ideas make millions while others disappear forever. Chapter 3. The secret force behind every fortune. What if money is not created by hard work alone, but by one simple idea that most people ignore? Think about it. Every successful company, every life-changing invention, and every great fortune began as nothing more than a thought inside someone's mind. Before it became a product, a business, or a billion-dollar empire, it was simply an idea. The question is, why do some ideas change the world while others disappear forever? Imagine this. Two friends have the same business idea. Both are excited at the beginning. The first friend writes the idea down, studies the market, learns new skills, and takes one small step every day. The second friend keeps saying, "I'll start when the timing is perfect." Months turn into years, and eventually someone else builds the same business. The opportunity didn't disappear because the idea was bad. It disappeared because action never followed the idea. Napoleon Hill explains that imagination is one of the greatest assets a person can have, but imagination without action is only entertainment. Successful people train themselves to turn thoughts into plans, and plans into consistent action. They understand that every small step creates momentum, and momentum is often more powerful than talent. Think about Steve Jobs. He didn't invent the computer, the smartphone, or digital music. What made him different was his ability to connect ideas in a way that people had never experienced before. He imagined products that were simple, beautiful, and easy to use. Millions of people thought about technology, but Jobs acted on a vision that others couldn't clearly see. His fortune was built not just on creativity, but on the courage to bring that creativity into reality. Now picture an ordinary person who dreams of financial freedom. Every evening after work, instead of spending hours scrolling through social media, they spend 1 hour learning a valuable skill. They read books, watch educational videos, practice, fail, improve, and repeat the process. At first, nothing seems to change, but after months of consistent effort, they become more valuable than they were before. New opportunities appear. Better income follows. What looked like an overnight success was actually the result of hundreds of invisible actions. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain becomes stronger every time you solve problems instead of avoiding them. Challenges are not roadblocks. They are training sessions. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, and leader has faced rejection, failure, and uncertainty. The difference is that they treated every setback as feedback instead of proof that they should quit. Hill also believed in the power of surrounding yourself with the right people. Your ideas grow faster when they are supported by people who inspire, challenge, and encourage you. Spend enough time with people who complain, and your dreams begin to shrink. Spend time with people who think bigger, and your own vision begins to expand. Success is rarely a solo journey, so ask yourself this question: are your ideas staying trapped inside your head, or are you giving them a chance to grow in the real world? The richest opportunities often belong to those who act before they feel completely ready. By now, you've discovered the power of desire, the importance of reprogramming your mind, and the secret force that transforms ideas into wealth. But one final lesson ties everything together. In the next chapter, you'll learn how wealthy people think differently from everyone else, and why mastering that way of thinking can completely transform your future. Chapter 4. Think like the rich. Live like the rich. Imagine waking up tomorrow with the exact same amount of money you have today, but with the mindset of the world's most successful people. Do you think your future would stay the same? Probably not. Because wealth doesn't begin in a bank account. It begins in the way you think, the choices you make, and the habits you repeat every single day. Most people believe rich people simply have more opportunities. But here's the hidden truth. Successful people often create opportunities instead of waiting for them. While others focus on problems, they search for solutions. While others fear failure, they treat it as part of the learning process. This small difference in thinking creates a massive difference in results over time. Think about Warren Buffett. Even after becoming one of the richest people in the world, he never stopped learning. He spends hours reading every single day because he understands that knowledge grows like compound interest. Every book, every lesson, and every experience adds another small advantage. Most people want quick success, but Buffett teaches us that lasting wealth is built through patience and continuous improvement. Now picture two neighbors. One receives extra money every month and immediately spends it on things that bring temporary happiness. The other invests in learning new skills, building assets, or creating additional income. At first, their lives look almost identical, but 5 years later, one is trapped in the same financial cycle, while the other has built freedom and confidence. The difference wasn't income, it was the way they thought about money. Napoleon Hill explains that fear is one of the greatest enemies of success. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of losing money, and even fear of success stop countless people from chasing their dreams. The most successful individuals are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear make their decisions. They understand that every worthwhile goal requires stepping into uncertainty. Here's something fascinating about psychology. Your habits quietly shape your identity. Every time you save instead of wasting money, every time you choose learning over distraction, and every time you keep your promise to yourself, you strengthen the belief that you are becoming the person capable of achieving bigger goals. Success is rarely the result of one giant decision. It is built through hundreds of small choices that most people never notice. This is why Hill believed persistence separates dreamers from achievers. Almost everyone starts with excitement, but very few continue when progress becomes slow. The people who eventually succeed are usually the ones who refuse to quit. They understand that temporary failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey toward it. As we reach the end of this book, one powerful truth becomes clear. Desire gives you a reason to start. A strong mindset gives you confidence. Action turns ideas into reality. And persistence keeps you moving until success finally arrives. Remove any one of these pieces, and the journey becomes much harder. Keep all of them together, and you build a foundation that can withstand almost any challenge. So ask yourself one final question. Will you close this video with the same mindset you had when it began? Or will today become the day you make a real decision to change your future? Remember, every millionaire, every successful entrepreneur, and every person who achieved something extraordinary was once exactly where you are now, with nothing but a dream and a choice. The ideas from Think and Grow Rich have inspired millions of people for generations, but they only work if you put them into action. Your future is not decided by your past. It is decided by what you choose to think, believe, and do starting today. The next chapter of your life is waiting. Make it a story worth telling.